Here we go. We're going to get started here with the 3D snowman. I've got an example pulled up here for the assignment, and I'm going to go ahead and do it here in AutoCAD. It's going to be a mixture of a couple simple commands, but essentially I'm going to start with the circle. And you can make your circles as big as you want. So, I don't know. Yeah, it's going to be the bottom, so let's make it a little bit bigger. Let's make sure everything lines up. F8 makes it straight. Now, of course, we want our circles to overlap a little bit. And this next one needs to be smaller than this one. So what I might actually do here is use the copy command. Let's see, I want it to overlap about that much. And the reason I did that is because I'm just going to make another one that's smaller. And then just delete. And you can repeat the same if you want to make a third. You can copy from the center point. Make sure we leave enough to make a smaller one. And then go across so we get the center point here. And that looks good for our small one. Delete that. Delete that. Now here comes the trick. We are going to have to trim. And we need to trim out these. Now you could leave them in if you wanted these sections to be a different height, all three of them. But I don't. I just want to keep this base all one height. Now, just like in the picture over here, we might make a different layer a little bit taller. Here they've made an extra black layer. So let's do some circles. And do some eyes. Let's make sure they line up right. So let's do a circle. We can always move it. Looks like that looks like pretty good. Looks pretty good. And to make sure it's in the same spot on the other side, I'm going to use the mirror command.
Can I borrow your scissors?
Now I want this top quadrant point, which isn't on, so let's check our O snaps. Turn on quadrant, midpoint, tangent, perpendicular. These are all good ones. So make sure those are on. So now I can do this. Erase, no. Now I have two eyes. Let's put in a nose that's a little bit smaller. It's definitely got to be in the center. So I'm going to go from center to center. And then the center point here. Down. It's a good spot for a nose. It'll be a little bit smaller here than the eyes. There we go. And then often there's a smile. One of the ways you can do it is with a circle. You could also do an arc. Start center angle. No, start end angle. There we go. So I want it to start here. And straight across to here. And then pull it down. That's a little too big. There we go. Yeah, good enough. So instead of making new circles, let's just copy this one from the center point. And all we're going to do is use the mirror command again. And put everything down the center. And then we can delete our arc. Now if we're going to put in, we got to put more down here. So I'm just going to make a line. And again, I'm going to copy these circles. And it looks like, see here, O snap is either pulling it to the beginning or end. I'm actually going to use F3 to turn off O snap. And then I'll just place them manually. Another F3 turns it on so that I can get the one at the end. Looks pretty good. And at this point, I guess we want to do a top hat. It's got to have a brim and then an upper part. Basically, it looks like it's just going to be a couple of rectangles. And I might draw it somewhere, just somewhere else. So that might be pretty good. We want it to be kind of short on the brim. And then, of course, this time I'm going to use rectangle. And if I start under it, I can always trim it. Pretty close to be like that. Of course, I used rectangle, so now I have to explode it into 4 lines so that I can trim. And then we have hat, so we can move it. I'd like to find the center point of that. Let's check our O snap. Was not on, so let's put it on. Make sure it's lined up in the center first, and then we can move it straight down. Alright, looks pretty good. And of course, we'll trim away the top. Alright, looking pretty good. Last thing here is we're going to do the scarf. Again, just going to use rectangles or lines. This time, we're going to start about here. And it's going to go turn off O snap because it's going to grab my point. We're going to do that. And let's trim. And it looks like that's going to affect our little circle here as we thought. So we'll do that. And this little part that comes down, we can again use rectangle. Again, I'm going to start inside the object. Do something like that. We'll explode it. And then we can trim. Notice I'm trimming everything so it flows from one end to the other. Now it looks like what they did down here is just do some extra lines. I'm not going to bother with that. I'm going to just keep it like this. So there's a basic snowman. Now here's the trick about doing 3D. First step, we're going to click in the bottom left corner to put us in a 3D view. And now we're going to use press pull. So I'm going to type in the word press. You see press pull comes up. And then it will find an area. All you do is click inside what you want to raise up. And what we're going to do, like here, I'm going to have the black be a little bit higher than the white section. So we'll have to remember, we'll do the white sections, and then we'll do each individual black section. So let's start here. That looks like 0.5 is going to be a good number. So I'll do 0.5. And here also we'll do 0.5. And now you can see what we have here are actually holes. They're not circles. So you can look at it here by going to realistic or conceptual. So right now we've got solid pieces that have holes. So we'll extrude those when we get to the black sides, which we're about to do. So let's go back to 2D wireframe. We'll do press pull again. And what we should be able to do, I'm going to do these as one. Again, it will find the inside of the area, go up and type in your distance of 1. Now this is going to be a little bit tougher where we're going to need to do these circles. But I'll leave it at that. Let's look at this in realistic. There we go. Now you can see here this might be a little too tall, but we can adjust that later. But for the next step, just to show you what's going on here, we'll pivot, and there we have our basic snowman in different heights. So to create this as a 3D file that can be 3D printed, our last step is to export it. We're going to choose Other Format. Make sure you remember where you're going to save it here in the documents, and we want to choose STL file. Call it Snowman. And after you hit save, there's one more step where you have to select it and then hit enter to finish your export command. And there it is. If we go and look in our documents folder now, we should have a snowman. There it is. And it's going to open up the STL file. If we click on it, we can then rotate it. And you can see there is the snowman that we created. All we have to do is paint it. And that's going to be it for today. There is your 3D printed snowman.